Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Really excited to be walking you through the basics and fundamentals of human design and really like the language of human design so you can understand what I and other people are talking about when they talk about human design, and hopefully have a greater and clear understanding of how it works so you can really use it. One of my most recent clients asked me, like, what do I do after a session? How do I integrate this? Like, what am I meant to move forward with this information, like, in my life? I feel like when you get an intuitive reading, when I've gotten tarot readings or intuitive readings, it's because I want guidance around this certain aspect of myself or life, just to know more about why this is happening or what to do in this situation. But in my sessions, it's really like this is who you're meant to be, and this is how you can align with who you're meant to be. And I really see human design as like such a great tool and resource to be able to do that. And so it's not just for, and yes, you can use it as like confirmation and kind of self-validation, but it's not just like a thing that's like, oh, that's cool to like know about myself. No, this is giving you practical ways and tools in which you can align with who you came here to be, who you're meant to be, your true self, so that you can really find ease and flow and harmony and abundance, money, in alignment with your life purpose and your your destiny, your career that's meant for you. Is using human design, is using who you really are, and kind of having this lens of like, oh, this stuff isn't me, this is who I am. And that's really what human design is and what I use human design for. This is how I view human design. I really see astrology as like your roadmap, like your literal like life's map, right? And then human design is like your compass. Like, how are you meant to make decisions to make sure that you're on the right path on your map and not getting lost in the woods of your life and things that happen to you? How can you stay aligned with the path that's meant for you and shorten all the hardships and the frustrations and the little things, the resentments? How can you lessen that to be more in your signature feeling and theme, which I'm going to get into in a second of like what that means, because everything in human design has a definition and like it is literally like another language. So my intention for this video is to help you understand what the language is, and I go deeper into everything as well in my ebook, The Cosmos Within You, which will be linked down in the description box below if you want to have a visual guide and like a resource to be able to read your chart and know the language as well. That's something that I'd recommend checking out, that I made and I'm really proud of and I love to share it. So yeah, enjoy it if you feel called to consume it. So human design language, right? Always, always, always so important when you're learning about your human design to start with your strategy and your authority. You will hear this so much in the human design community because it is the most important thing to become familiar with and to know how to use, right? Again, this is your compass. This is your, like, literally your strategy and authority is your inner guidance system. It's how you're meant to make decisions that are correct for you. But to zoom out a little bit more, each of us has a type in human design, and it's also referred to as an aura or aura type. There's 5 different ones: manifestor, generator, manifesting generator, projector, and reflector. So you can either be one of those 5 types or aura types. Just depends on who you're listening to talk about human design, but those are the 2 different ways you will hear type referred to as, is aura, aura type, or type. I guess that's 3. But that's really how your energy operates. That will give you as well your strategy. So manifestors are here to inform, to initiate, to act independently. That's your strategy as a manifestor. Generators and manifesting generators are here to respond to life with excitement, with a literal gut and full body yes. Okay, that's the strategy of manifesting generators and generators, is to respond. For projectors, it's to wait for recognition and an invitation. Okay, making sure that as a projector, your strategy kind of tells you, how your aura and your energy best operates in alignment for you, right? Versus your authority is kind of like how you're meant to make decisions. Your strategy is like how you're meant to go through life. Hopefully that makes sense. Also, let me know in the comments, what is your strategy and authority, or what is your authority and type? I would love to know, and profile as well. But we're going to get into to all that in a second. To go back to what I was saying, projectors have a strategy of waiting for recognition and an invitation. And this doesn't mean like you literally have to like just sit around your house and wait for an invitation before you do things. It's for like the bigger stuff. It's for, because projectors see people so clearly and they see what can work for people, and they're literally like guides in that way and have like resources to help people. That's where the invitation is meant to come in and be used, is when a projector feels called to share their advice or share their knowledge or expertise or unique genius with someone. Waiting for recognition from that person and an invitation is what is going to be correct for the projector, and what's actually going to help that person that they're giving advice to, right, receive what they have to say, versus it just going over the head, they're not listening, and then that contributes to the not self theme of projectors, which is bitterness or resentment, which I'll get into what is a not self theme in a second. So that's the strategy of projectors, is to wait for an invitation that has recognition behind it. Like literally, hey, I know you're good at this thing, or I see that you do this a lot. I know you know a lot about this, or you seem to be really knowledgeable in this. What is your advice, or what can you share with me? How can you help? What do you see? It can also be like an invitation that comes from the projector, right? Hey, do you mind if I share, like, I kind of am seeing this, or I'm sensing this for you, or I'm getting this for you, like intuitively, do you mind if I share it? Are you open to receiving what I have to say? That's a really important part of operating correctly as a projector. And then the last type is reflectors. So as a reflector, their strategy is to wait a lunar cycle, which is about 28 days. That is how their decision-making process works, because reflectors have no inner authority, which means they don't, well, I mean, it's literally lunar, so they have no definition, so they have no inner guidance system, really. It's just through waiting a lunar cycle that they can come to clarity about the decisions that they're meant to make and follow in their life. So that being said, every type, you will also, how do I say this? Every type also has a corresponding authority, and there's 7 different authorities, 5 different types, 7 different authorities, and your authority is unique to you. It's not based on your type, it's based on the composition of your chart as a whole. So your authority, like I mentioned already, is literally your decision-making process. It is how you know to make decisions that are correct for you and in alignment for you, and how to operate in alignment with your true self. And that will also lead you to your life purpose. Those are the correct decisions. Literally how you're meant to make decisions that lead you to your purpose. So there's 7 different authorities. I have a whole other video on authorities. I will link, I don't know which, whatever it is, but up here somewhere there will be a little eye that you can click and go to my human design playlist videos. I have so many videos on human design, and I'm pretty sure I have one on all the different authorities. I also have a free guide on my website at astrologyhumandesign.com, link in the show notes, or description box, whatever it's called, that will help you to learn how to navigate using your unique strategy and authority. Because if I were to go into all the 7 authorities in this video, yeah, basically the most common is solar plexus, emotional authority. Next is sacral. Next, I believe, is splenic. Then there is ego, there's self-projected, there's lunar, like I said, and then there's also mental authority. So depending on what your authority is, that literally tells you how you're meant to make decisions that are correct for you. That's what authority means. That's what your authority is in human design, is how you're meant to make decisions for you. So when you pull up your chart using Genetic Matrix, which is the website I use, in the description box, it will tell you pure manifesting generator, which is a sacral. It will tell you emotional manifesting generator, emotional manifestor, splenic manifestor, ego projector, self-projected projector. That first word or set of words is your authority, and then that second, right, is your type, your aura. And then with the type comes the strategy, like I already mentioned. So your authority, like I said, is literally how you're meant to make decisions. It's your guidance system, your inner guidance system. And really important to know what that is, be familiar with how to use that for yourself, because it is so crucial before you make decisions to be checking in with your authority to know if it's correct for you or not. Okay, so that's what authority is, that's what strategy is, that's what type and aura mean. So profile is next, another definition and language term of human design. Your profile comes from the two line numbers, the second numbers that are in the top 4 boxes in your chart. When you pull up your chart, you see all those boxes with the planet symbols in them, right? Those top 4 boxes are your conscious sun and earth and unconscious sun and earth. In human design, there's something called the earth sign, which we don't have in astrology, but it is a thing in human design, and it's a big part of your purpose, which is your incarnation cross. Another definition, incarnation cross is your literal purpose. It's the what of your purpose, versus your authority and strategy is the how you align with your purpose. And it also helps you to not only release the how, but also release the when. Because what human design tells us is, and this is why I freaking love it so much and why human design is so cool, because it tells you how information is received in your body. Literally, think of it as like, it's so hard to conceptualize this and articulate this, but there is like, you know, this divine orchestration, and this, you know, it's often referred to as divine timing. That's, we're all living according to, right? It's like, oh, if something's not happening right now, that's because it's not meant to happen. It will happen in divine timing. You hear this all the time in the new age spiritual personal development community. Divine timing, divine timing, divine timing. And what human design is literally your compass for how to release the when and the how of like the things that come into your life. And using your strategy and authority to like know when it's correct for you to do something, right? That's literally what it's telling you, is like, yes, this is correct for you to do right now. This is the divine timing. That's what human design tells you. That's what your strategy and authority tells you, is how to align with the like codes and plan of the universe and like live in alignment with your individual and unique divine timing of your life and your life purpose. And I like, this is why I freaking love human design so much, because it is like just on another level of how it is helping us like live in alignment and correctness and flow and ease. Like, it is just next level. Like I always say, astrology is your roadmap, right? But human design is your literal compass. Okay, it's like your GPS. Like, it's one thing to know, you know, the state that you live in or the town that you live in, where things are, but it's a whole nother thing to have directions on how to get to where you want to go when you don't know, right? That's what human design is. It tells you your literal like directions. It is your directions. So, okay, what are some other definitions? Profile. So profiles, there are 12 different profiles. There are 6 different profile lines. I have another video on this in my human design. I don't know where it is. Human design playlist. I have a ton of videos on that playlist, so go check it out if you want to nerd out and just binge watch all my human design videos. I have quite a lot. But so that's what your profile is. It's similar to your profile, or similar to your personality in astrology. It is kind of like the expression of your personality and yourself in alignment with your purpose. So for example, 1-3 profile is going to go through a lot of trial and error. They really build the foundation for the rest of the world and the people that they're here to help through their own experimentation and trial and error journey. What else about profile do I want to say? I mean, really just simply it's that. That's the definition of it. There's 12 different ones. Yours is unique to you and where the planets were in your chart at the time of your birth. Which is where the information in human design is pulled from astrology, from the planet placements. What are some other definitions that are important? So I went over Incarnation Cross, which is your literal purpose. Gosh, there's so much I could say. This is like literally just covering the basics. So let me know if you have any questions or want me to do a separate video on other specifics of human design, because there is so much I could cover. But I really just wanted to make a video that is for the, the people that are new to it, the people that don't really understand the language yet and want to like have a better understanding of like what these very basic foundational terms in human design mean. And I'll go into the gates as well. A gate is, so I get a lot of questions about this too. A gate is when you have like a line that's red or black in your chart and it doesn't connect to another center. So it'll be like red or black in one side, and then on the other side it'll be white. That's a gate. It's either called a hanging gate or a dormant gate, depending on the definition in that center that you have, which is how channels are created, right? So channels are when you have a gate that connects to a gate in another center, and it creates that full colored in line. That's called a channel when it connects to one center from another. And those shapes that you see in your chart are called centers. There's 9 of them. They come from the chakra system, although there has been a slight evolution as there's 9 and not 7, which I have a whole other video on in that playlist as well, as to why there's nine centers and not 7 chakras anymore. And let's see, what are some important definitions? I feel like those are the most basic. Yeah, those are the most basic definition. So let me know how that resonated with you. I also have videos on all the centers. My ebook covers everything, gates, channels, definition, all of that. Oh, so that's another definition, is definition. So you can either have a single, split, triple, or quadruple definition in your chart, and that basically just tells you how the energy flows through your chart and the information flows through your chart, whether it flows in harmony, which is a single definition, or whether it's kind of broken up and not consistent, which is a split definition. So I do have more information about those in my ebook as well that you can check out if you, again, want to know more about your specific definition and what it means for you. That's something I recommend. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know your strategy and authority and profile and whatever else you know about your human design. I would love to hear what it is and what more you want to learn about human design from me, because yeah, I love talking about it and love teaching about it. So yeah, excited to hear from you all, and I will see you in the next video. Much love.